on Facebook Live as well, and we're also recording this for future viewers as well, so we can share this good information that we are at the Fit Unit. The coaches doing a lot of work in the community, educating about fitness and good nutrition, and also with PRKPP. And Prof. Muhammad has been our advocate for, strong advocate for mental health. Mental health is physical health also, right? So we want to cover body, mind, spirit. And this week we are taking turns to talk about physical fitness, right? So we have with us Coach Francis, who will be sharing with us. So Coach Francis, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Felicia. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So I wish you guys are okay, comfortable today. Happy weekend. So today I just want to share part of the so-called mindful, so-called healthy, active lifestyle, because it involves in the whole so-called the base of everything. Okay, the base of our own lifestyle. All right. So can I have the slide, Felicia? So welcome everybody from the Facebook view. You can share with your friends. Problem, then you can ask any questions you like. Okay, no problem. We will try to address that. Okay, so today I will address the topic about mindful physical physical. So actually, put in a more proper word, is actually healthy active lifestyle. All right. So it's mindful active lifestyle. You see the two pictures. We start from ourselves first. Everything we want to do, to teach or to share, we must do it first. Okay. You see the activity there. The picture will tell you there are a lot of things that we want to shape your mindset to understand what it takes to get into the healthy active lifestyle habits. Okay, next slide. Next, move on. Next slide, Felicia. Okay. So we actually work in a community. We call ourselves community Rakan Sehat, or wellness community. So we want to build a healthy and happy community. Okay, through active lifestyles and nutrition. Okay, next. What is considered an active lifestyle? Active lifestyle means to do physical activity throughout the day. Any activity that gets you up and moving is part of active lifestyle. Physical activity includes exercise such as walking, weightlifting. It also includes sports. So you see here, physical activities and exercise is two different things. Okay, exercise is more focused. Physical activity is just moving, and exercise is more focused, more programmed to deliver a certain result. Okay, right, next. Good health is not just absence of disease, illness. Some people maybe look healthy, but mentally or in a psychological area, they may have some issue. So it is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. This means eating a balanced diet, getting regular exercise, very important. Now, how we're going to get into that? A regular, create the habits, avoid unhealthy things, tobacco, alcohol, drugs, and get plenty of rest. Okay, any excess of food or extra calories or junk food will do damage to your body, and it has to be cleared. Okay. Next. Self-love leads to self-care. Everybody knows that we want to be healthy. So Jim Rohn said, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Now, it's just not words, this is very subliminal, inside out. So we need to know this, it has to, something else must happen before we can take care of our body. So we must start with self-love. Because when you have self-love, you start to do and take action to do self-care and also care for others. So this needs to be developed. Okay, next. Love yourself enough to live a healthy, active lifestyle. Okay, because you don't know whether you want to know whether you have loved yourself enough. You see the neglect, you see the lacking. When we have issue, we still not do enough to do it. When we have any weakness, we still do not do enough to change it. That means we are lacking, and that sounds the self-love. Okay, so remember this: every day is another chance to get stronger, to eat healthier, to eat better, to live healthier, and to be the best version of ourselves. Because the body, we need to service our body so that it can serve us. That's the two way. Okay, right. Next. Now, important thing, we want to talk about physical fitness, we want to talk about habits, we must link it with a goal. If there is no goal, there's no target, so you have no purpose. So it's impossible to do it. So you ask me to talk about, tell me about healthy lifestyle, how to have the habit. It won't work that way. You must have a goal. Okay, remember your goal of anything, you want to be more healthier, you want to lose weight, you want to address your health conditions, you want to be more flexible, you have the more strength. There are areas of more flexible, okay, and you have the more happier mind, more peaceful mind, more calm, more focused. Now these are all sums up. These are important things. You have to fix this goal, then from there we draw it down. Okay, next. Okay, now we are focusing on exercise. Okay, today we're talking about exercise per se. Now, exercise is a very easy word. Some people mix up physical activity as exercise. For example, you do a hiking, okay? It's just a physical activity, it's not exercise. Your exercise is actually a workout. So you need to do combination of certain things to work on some of your major muscles. You have that only will give you the kind of outcome, okay? So what's stopping us? First of all, we are all very focused. Until focus become tunnel vision, then we have no time. We are busy and busy for what? Sometimes we also not too sure. So everything must have space, but then if you don't stay calm, you cannot find the space. So no time is just because you didn't find your space. It's not about no time. Find the space. So exercise is very important. When later we will share, find the space of time to do the exercise. You find a slot when you're less busy, give yourself first early morning, or if you are too busy, even if you do early morning, you actually charge up yourself, and then you can start your day better. Okay, if you, let's say you cannot, you sleep very late, no problem, evening do it, okay? So you don't have to fix very long. You can do a short 10-15 minutes, you do 2-3 rounds, you already complete your regime, okay? No skill, it's very simple. Exercise is not difficult. So if you have the will, you find the way, okay? So there are so many people around, ask around, okay? Hire somebody to teach you once, okay? Do it right, because anything needs skill. Lacking of skill is one of the reasons why you're not going to the level you want. You don't have enough skill, you're scared to go because you feel the pain, you scared injury. You know, there are two things. One time I never have the skill. So I dare not do the exercise. So I won't do into the high level. So I always stay at the comfort zone, which is not good because you don't push, you won't get it. Okay. It's like strength. The more you give, the more you get. Okay. That's how exercise is about. And nobody, find a body. Okay. Find a body. You can be, you're married, your house people, your family people. Get somebody. Sehat bersama teman is my tagline. Sehat bersama teman is get well with another person. So you can find anyone. Get a friend. Start somebody who you want to do walking, you walking club, running club, cycling club, okay, swimming club, anything you can do, okay? So you find this, okay, you find your body. All right, next. This is what happened to us. Look at the Malaysia, we are the fattest nation. So if we have this much a problem of overweight and obesity, and then the health-related problem, obesity health-related problem, okay, the metabolic problem, okay, the overweight problem will cause a lot of problem, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, okay, diabetes, heart, cardiovascular problem, okay. These are all interrelated. If the nation is fat, that means the outcome later, if we are not doing anything about it, the nation will be very sick. This is the issue. So we understand this first. And we as a family unit, as an individual, if we do it for ourselves, we do it for our family, we do it for the nation. The country cannot reduce, hospitals are not created to create healthy people, okay? Healthy people are created by people who are mindful and doing the necessary thing. Then only you manage your weight, you manage your other activities, then you become healthier. Then when you are healthier, then your family is healthier, your relatives is healthier, your community is healthier, your country is healthier. Okay, next. Let's look at, even child is affected because it's all interrelated. In one family unit, if the parents is not really proper or so-called health conscious or so-called mindful about optimal healthy weight and healthy eating, the kids will be affected. Definitely. Okay, next. Okay, here is the problem. Behavior can spread like germs. That's why it's difficult. So let's take this so short clip and see how we can affect others and how others can affect us. Let's run the movie.
Strangers who
So just hang on because we see the video sometimes is a data problem. Okay, this is talking about how behavior affects behavior. Okay.
People were randomly seated near strangers who overeat. What happened? Those people started eating more too. It's called mindless eating. That's because behavior can spread like germs and have a big effect on your health. In the UK right now, there's an obesity epidemic, with over 2/3 of people overweight. Research has proved that the average obese person is more likely to have obese friends, and friends of friends, and friends of friends of friends who are also obese. In fact, if a mutual friend becomes obese, it triples your risk of being the same. You may not know him personally, but your friend's wife's co-worker can make you fat. So what's happening here? One reason is imitation, often unconscious. When you see someone eating, it fires up the same part of your brain as if you were actually eating. It's like our brains are practicing. And that makes it more likely we'll do such things in the future. Another reason is we reset our expectations. We look around our network and perhaps see people gaining weight, and that unconsciously adjusts our concept of an acceptable size. A larger body becomes more acceptable. That doesn't necessarily mean that you will put on weight as a result, just that unwittingly you may be less critical of a friend who is putting on weight. So what is the answer to the obesity epidemic? Small changes we all might make in losing weight or taking better care of ourselves can be multiplied by the network around us, rippling outwards and benefiting hundreds or thousands of other people who we both know and don't know. Obesity, just one way social networks have amazing power over us. Read about others in Connected. In an experiment in a restaurant.
So this is one So as you can see, sedentary lifestyle leads to premature death. Okay, so according to the report, they estimated 1.4 billion people will die prematurely due to lack exercise. So it is so important to so-called stay away, okay, from sedentary. Remember this. This is one of the area. Once we have this knowledge behind us, we know this is the kind of issue is happening. So we remember this, then our thoughts will become better. Okay, next. Sitting disease. This is exactly, so we sit too long. Okay, so one of the things is that mindful is not to sit too long, because if you sit too long, okay, your heart tend to move lesser. Okay, your heartbeat is lesser, your blood flow is lesser, your calorie burn lesser. So a lot of other issues will happen. Okay, so this is one of the issue why sedentary can cause so much of problem in terms of life, in terms of economy, okay, in terms of resources. Okay, next. From the obesity related issue, okay, from the obesity related issue, then you will come to this problem, okay, the metabolic problem. Metabolic syndrome is just all the data, all the blood test data, okay, all the 5 numbers, okay, your weight, your waistline, then your cholesterol, and then your so-called blood pressure and your blood sugar. This data, okay, if it exceeds 3 or 5, it means you have a metabolic syndrome. If the metabolic syndrome is not addressed, metabolic syndrome is a health condition. It cannot go away without intervention. Okay, so it's a health condition which needs intervention. Okay, if you leave it alone, then this thing will eventually end up with a metabolic disease. Metabolic disease is like when you have diabetes, confirmed hypertension. Okay, these are all will lead eventually to the end organ failure. That means you will affect your major organs, your brain, your heart, your kidney, your sight. All these things will be affected at the end of the day. So it is very, very important to address these 5 issues. Okay, the weight and the baseline is all the body fat. It will affect the other 3. So that's why when we talk about physical, your physical activity, when you have this issue, when you don't have this issue, you keep on exercising, you make sure these data are staying optimal all the time. You already have this issue when you start to do physical exercise, when you reduce your weight, when you reduce your fat level or your waist size, the other 3 parameter will come down. Okay, then you will not have this issue. And you look at the cost of treatment. Even though the insurance industry is coming with critical illness policy or this and that, with health medical care or this and that, but actually there's one thing you must understand, that you only can eligible to that if you have a problem. So why have the pain? Why we want to get into those so-called things that we can avoid? If we can avoid, we should avoid. If we can prevent, we should prevent. You see, of course, financial risk management is important. Okay, but again, you talk about healthcare, real healthcare, you should start with your personal physical, so-called physical care. You do your exercise, you eat your proper nutrition, and then you manage your stress, then you will do away a lot of problems. Next slide. No, it's not no pain, no gain. It's not about no pain, no gain. It's about know the pain. How much pain you will incur if you're not doing something about it. How much gain you will get if you do something about it. This is the mindset, okay? No pain, no gain is an ego talk. Okay, you challenge your ego, you can win at the day, end of the day, you win only for now, but at the end you will lose. You know the pain, you know the gain. So that means to say, you must allow yourself to take the process, okay? To go through the training, go through the understanding, okay? Go through the connections, and then feel the result, get the result, okay? And enjoy it, celebrate it. All right, next slide. Health is much more dependent on the habits and nutrition rather than medication. It's important. When your nutrition level increase, your healthy active lifestyle increase, your medication will decrease. It is a fact. I have done this in my journey of helping people, working with people who have metabolic problems, people who have health issues. When we do on this, when we increase their healthy active lifestyle activity, their attitude will change, their mindset will change, and then they will go into proper eating, proper exercise, and then they will start to learn about healthy eating and nutrition. So when they improve on this, generally when you put good things into your body becomes healthier, your immune system becomes stronger. So your physiologically your body will respond better. So when that responds better, eventually your body don't need any more so-called medication to suppress those things. It actually will balance off. It is a fact. We have many testimonies on this, okay? So remember, this is very important. Whatever you do healthily, you will gain, okay? You will gain on your health, okay? Next. So this is how we journey people, okay? Now, how to get started? Now, when people have issues, they come to us, we bring them to our so-called wellness socialization, in a concept called nutrition club. It's actually just a wellness socialization club. So we go outdoor or we can go indoor. So we go outdoor to create more like-minded thing, more fun, okay? Because different people need different type of exercise. So sometimes senior citizen, they do the walking club. I start off my community with just walking. And we have seen that the health gain so much. When they walk only after the exercise ready, then we bring them back to our studio. Then we share some knowledge. When this person start with the healthy active lifestyle, start with the healthy breakfast, then after 3 days, after 1 week, then they have stories. Then they will start to share with the other people who are new. So when they get socialized, then they start listen to the stories. Oh, they say, yeah, this is good. Then they soften, okay? Soften our approach, like somebody who want to push them a nutrition product or try to brainwash them, okay? You need that connection, okay? That community connection is so powerful. It's already proven, okay? It works all the time, okay? Then people will grow from there. Then they bring a friend, then they bring another friend, then they bring another friend, okay? Then we spread from one spot to another spot, one community to another community. That's how we're going to lead them, okay? Next. So in the, okay, right, then you have more community. We have people come together and we fix, even if not daily, then we have weekends, okay? Come together, outdoor, it's a lot of fun, okay? We will share, and easier for people to bring another person because there is no so-called no track, you know, they come for exercise and it's free, okay? So they would like to come, okay? Then we don't force anybody to get into anything, but once they get socialized, they see improvement, they see the happiness in people's life, they see the healthy improvement, so they will want to do something about it. This is how we lead a mindset. lead a mindfulness into that kind of socialization. Okay, next. Next slide, please. Okay, so you see we have cycling. We go to other community. We bring this community cycling community, bicycle classic. So they create a so-called raya or thing like that. So we dress from raya's so-called outfit. Then we go and cycle from the all the kampung road. So we have outdoor in the field, and then we have also group exercise. So these are the activity we create. So we can get more people to come into it. That's how we reach the second level. Next slide. Okay, you see we have outdoor, we have boot camp, we have senior citizen, we bring back to the studio, then we have short talk. Okay, 20 minutes sharing about why drink water. Okay, why fiber? Okay, why protein? Why exercise? Okay. Then constipation. We talk things very short subject. Okay. Then people will start. Then the key is that we allow people to share. That's the most important part. Okay. Right. Next. Now we also extend to we want to invite people. It's not only we cannot rely on people, bring people. We got to go out to the community. This is the Ipoh Car Free Day. We go and volunteer ourselves there to put a store every month, one Sunday. Okay. Then you see I put my so-called banner there. Lose weight now or get healthier. Behind is the hospital. So this picture itself will tell you a lot. Okay, the mindset is very important. If you get healthier, okay, we are actually then the hospital will be lesser. Okay, so it's important. Then we bring in the flyer. We invite people to come over to talk to them and to get their weight and to see if there's anything they need. Then from this invitation, we bring them to from the exercise invitation, from this roadshow invitation, we bring them to the studio. We bring them to the activity. So now we turn the thing online, that's all. No difference, we bring online like what we are talking to you now. Same thing also, if you need this good, because so many exercise class going on, because so many health talk going on. So we can actually invite people to come and listen. Because if you know it's good, you want to bring your friend. And they will be benefited from there. They will benefit, definitely. Next slide. Next slide, please. Speed up a bit. Okay, you see, the Muhammad Ali, the boxing champion, he hated every minute of training. Okay, don't care. You know the pain. Okay, but later you will get the gain, lifetime gain. You know, you can imagine if you are healthy for life, you enjoy for life. You know, if you have a lot of money, you will not have the money cannot give you anything. If you got health, you got less money, you still can work and you still can do something to survive. But if you have both, that is blessing. We need to put something on it. Okay, next one. Very important, very good philosophy. Muhammad Ali. Let no one stop you, okay? If you have an issue, take the challenge, okay? You see Felicia, one student, okay? But we groom her and she now already become a health ambassador. She go out there, she continue to help more people, but she start young, okay? Then now she's building community after community, and then it becomes a social enterprise where we bring people into so-called fitness entrepreneurship, become a fitness entrepreneur, okay? By the basic of helping people to change their lifestyle, okay? To help people to get more health. Next. So these are the results. You see, whatever you do, if there is no result, then you do the correction. Find a way. The result, not only result, it must be a sustainable result. Result itself is not good. That's the reason why we need so much of development. The mental faculty, the mindset, okay, the energy, the vibration, you know. So it's very important. So these are all continuous growing. That's why the World Health Organization say this is chronic obesity is chronic and recurring, just because people fail on those aspects. You know, because if you don't develop in the whole way, in the total concept, health concept, you will definitely recur, because you lose the weight, because you at the spur of interest, you want to lose the weight. Then after that, you forget about yourself already. Okay, then also, once they achieve that, you see, we continue, we also celebrate with them. We recognize them with dinner. In the dinner, we also bring new people, then they share their story, then the new people come and enjoy the dinner, at the same time, learn some health, see some story. Okay, next. So remember, you must conquer your habits, okay, or they will conquer you. Habits is so important. Everything is habit. You want health, you want to wealth, you want success. It's all habits. You've changed your healthy, active lifestyle habits and nutrition habits. You change your life. So when you want to adjust your health condition, your weight condition, okay, you watch your habits. Okay, that this need to be trained. This one there must be a flow, there must be a connection, there must be a support group, there must be a community. It takes time. You cannot just quick fix and then one size fit all. There's no way you can do it. That's the reason why people go for surgery intervention, go for medication intervention. It will work, but it's not sustainable. Even it will not sustainable, and you will not be happy, because you don't need that. You don't need any additional intervention. You just develop your own mindfulness, your health will, and you relate the thing to your health, you will stay there, you will continue to enjoy it. That is so important. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay. Now, end of the day is all about here. End of the day is about this. Take a look at this nice clip, okay? Because the thing is embedded, so sorry about the technical issue. Anyway, we'll run it from the outside.
Can you help set up the video? What is the video context?
This is the video context. Survival of the fetus. Survival of the fetus. Okay, so remember, end of the day, all right? Fitness. Okay. Okay. So the dinosaur is already gone. It's not about the dinosaur. Now the problem and the thing is that we got to run faster than the disease. The aging process, okay, is health and disease. Okay. We have to build, okay, we have to build ourselves strong enough, okay, so that we don't have to become the victim, okay, of the so-called the fatal and the brutal heart diseases, okay, cancer, okay, and so many other issues that's related. So it's very simple. Now we get when we want to do something about it, when we are doing ourselves and we are working on something and we don't get result, don't stop. Don't stop. Ask for help. You just help. There are many people who can help you. Don't worry. If you are ready, if the student is ready, the teacher is there. Okay. If the student is ready, the teacher is there. Okay. Ask for help. Okay. Next. So now we move online. Just now, whatever I told you, everything now we have online. Okay. So if there are any things that you think you want to work on it, or you can so-called get into this online thing, or you can contact us so that we can at least to get you the basic knowledge on what it takes, to get into that kind of thing. So we remember the storyline. Okay, remember those processes. That is how you become mindful. You cannot say, you cannot do affirmation, or you cannot do affirmation for exercise. You cannot do affirmation for health. You do affirmation, you must come with action. Okay. Okay, next slide. Here's the key. Okay, create your story. You see, you want to be strong. You want to have so-called. You want something about it. You have a feeling of want to do something about it. Okay. Okay. So you must make it burning. So you must relate that. End of the day, you get the story. Okay. That story will push you. We are all interconnected. Okay. Now the greatest gift, okay, you can give to somebody is your own personal development. I used to say, if you will take care of me, I will take care of you. Now I will say, I will take care of me for you. If you take care of you for me. This is exactly what a family unit should happen. We cannot be indifferent, In a family unit, we cannot be so-called take it so easy, If somebody is not well, we must take responsibility. We must help them. We must help them so that the whole family unit becomes strong. Okay, you help other people will help you. Next slide. Okay, so with this, thank you. I end my slide here. So come and join us, join the community. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Francis. So, yeah, I was looking at the community photos that we had, during our pre-pandemic days, right? So moving forward, it's really about how do we live in the new norm, and how do we encourage exercise and healthy eating, mindful exercise and mindful eating as part of our new norm, right? So what do you think? What's the first step? People are doing their best, they are trying to exercise, they are trying to stay safe at home. What else that can we do, as rakyat staying at home?
Okay. So it's actually end of the day, you must have a goal. Okay, the family unit must be healthy. Definitely, if you want to be healthy, you got to do something about it. You cannot run away from physical exercise. Okay, healthy eating, good habits. You cannot run away from this, because if you start doing this, your immune system, the pandemic problem is not the end of the problem. The pandemic problem is a truly reflection of the weak link in the health problem. We know the new normal is no longer so-called. The new normal is actually just a copyright talk line. End of the day, there's no new normal. All the while we have to be able to live with the microbes. The microbes will come and go. More will come. You see, when you do a vaccination, okay, if your body immune system is not strong, it can't produce antibodies. Your antibodies will still need to depend on your immune system. Your immune system will kick the vaccination is to trigger. That's the reason a lot of people get even also they don't know. They get immune also, they don't know. We have gone through so many flu viruses. So the new normal is being able to move safely with the microbes. You know, actually, if you don't infect people, people don't infect you, they won't know you have any problem anymore. But the problem is that because the weak link in the health, so we infect each other. And then this is there where the big problem come up. So end of the day, this is a very good so-called timing for us to reflect very well. We have to do whatever it takes, okay, to keep healthy active lifestyle, to keep healthy eating habits, okay. We have to balance ourselves. It's not a problem. We have a community support like that is very good. So that's why we must support each other. That's why in my family unit, I always become a person who point out things, you know. But I don't feel, because I point out with love. Okay, so you see in the video just now, one of them, they become less critical about oversize now. Less critical, you cannot less critical, because at the end of the day, you accept already that's the beginning of the problem. That's why the chomel, the cute got coming up. Then when we say a little bit of a so-called a bit sensitive to yourself, then you say fat shaming. Then you say it's sarcastic. It's not, because the so-called the treatment is more brutal. The cost, the financial cost, the emotional burden of a health impairment is very, very much, because once you lose it, you cannot gain it back. That is very important. Okay.
You mentioned a very good point on like being like, you know, a family unit and being able to construct, you know, having constructive feedbacks, you know, to each other. You know, I think the Kita Jaga Kita hashtag, it also applies to if you're seeing, you know, your family member not being in the best optimal health, maybe in weight, maybe in terms of high blood pressure, cholesterol, or sugar issues, right? So in your experience, how have you been able to have this conversation? I know sometimes it's very difficult, right? So maybe you can give some tips to our participant or our audience. How do you open up the conversation? Yeah, we can sometimes say family, right? We can say it out directly, but somehow on this topic of health, we don't have, we takut, like we want jaga hati people, right? People say, you know, you don't love me anymore. Is it because I am, you know, a bit overweight or not healthy that you are being critical of me? So how do people how can you help us to overcome that fear of helping each other in our family, especially to get healthy?
Very good. First thing is the philosophy. Okay, you have family meetings. Okay, put this into the agenda. Put into the agenda in the family meeting. Take it up. Okay, then lead by example. You know or not, it's your life. You don't do it, I do it. I exercise, I take it for myself because I'm fighting for my life. In a sense that I know it's precious. There's so many things more we can do. You age, you grow older. You want to be a burden or you want to be an asset. Okay, so lead by example is very powerful. I remember many years ago when I went for a blood test with my wife. The doctor took out her report. Wow, this one must be very careful eating. The cholesterol normal. Mine is not high, but high side. So then I realized how she eat. She enjoy, okay, but she don't swallow those things that is not good for the body. For example, too much of fats, okay, too much of sugar, okay. So then from there, I begin to shift my mind. You see, it's so important, the vibration of you doing something. First, okay, lead by example. The energy, the love will vibrate. It will vibrate. That's why I say you have to start, even though then if you find that it's difficult on your own, get some help. That's why we have the community like this. Just get to the community. There's no any good people, okay, any people who really have heart for wellness and good health, okay, because the standard so-called the Sustainable Development Goal 2030 is talking, number 3, talking about good health and well-being. The third goal you're already talking about already. Sustainable. Everything starts from that, okay? So the whole world is actually knowing that that is going to be a big problem. So we can always join somebody. For example, you go to a so-called playground, you see somebody playing qigong there. They never say you join them, you go away. Nobody chase you on. Okay? They somehow come, welcome you. Okay, now. So then you go and join them. You got to schedule there every week, 2 times, 3 times. You go, you already on there already. But the key is here, get the result. You must fix the result. If after 1 week you don't get the result, that means you are doing something not so correct. So you do over and over at the same thing again, expecting a different set of result, which is not correct. Makes sense? That makes sense. So get help. Okay. So for example, the day we were eating, snacking in the house, in the dining table. So I was snacking already. So then I saw she's eating too much. No, this is automatic. So I remove it from there. I say, okay, you stop. Tomorrow continue. Now that is a little thing I think we can do, right? So it's continue to drink too much of coffee. Okay, I share half of a coffee. So
you're not a coffee drinker, right?
I'm not, definitely. So it's not a problem. It's the energy. Okay, if the energy is so important, if you do that, end of the day the family is healthy, your relatives are healthy, you will be very happy. Seriously.
Yeah, love doesn't mean it just revolves around food. It can also revolve around quality of time, and then spending, having good health together, right? Especially now that is so important because physical exercise, one of the things that you mentioned, also creates happy hormones, right? Makes you happy. So you'll be in a state of being mindful about your thoughts as well. And whatever we eat, it does affects how we feel. And that helps us to cope with a lot of things. And that is like the basic, right? We eat and we drink every day. So is it not, I think we spend a lot, like at least breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then we think about tea time and morning snack, right? 5 times a day at least, right? For food and drinks. So if that's the majority of our time thinking about what to eat, what to drink, wouldn't that be something that we should look into? And our physical activities, what are we being mindful so that it can help us to cope with our stress and all these things, right? So I think that's really important. You brought up a very good point about how we need to be our families, check in on each other, right? It's not just like, as long as you're happy, you do whatever you want. You are happy because I take care of myself for you and you take care of yourself for me. So if somebody is going off track already, you can help each other to actually go back on track. So I think like you need a buddy support even in a family meeting, right? As a family meeting, you can have an agenda. Yes, Prof.
Yeah, I just wonder how would you manage, because right now I got clients who actually, as a family, their children are already cultured into this current lifestyle, eating all this fast food, wanting to go with their peers kind of a thing, demanding that, if you did not go according to what they think they should be giving or the parents should be allowing, they already have disrupted the relationship between them. And sometimes maybe the father want to be prudent enough or want to put their feet down in that sense, not to be unhealthy. But the whole other members of the family is actually not really following what they think it should be a proper culture in the family. So how would you then deal with the problem?
Okay. You see, we don't so-called you see this. Let's say if this is in the family, definitely there must be one person. If not, sooner or later, when one fellow drop, that will come on. The point will come. Nobody has ever come to us say, I want to be healthy without any problem on. Everybody should have some problem on. So look for that link and then start the activity. Don't force them TLC, tender loving care. This 3 things must be applied. Okay, with a bit of so-called, because people have different personality. Some are dominant, some are very stable, so some are influential. They have their style. It's just a matter of so-called difference, okay, of mindset only. End of the day, nobody wants to be sick. Okay, so no worry. when you do that in a community that doesn't eat healthily, then they will say a lot of things one. But to me, it's nothing, because end of the day, the person who's healthiest will win. Okay, so let's say we continue to so-called stick to our so-called our philosophy, our healthy lifestyle habits. Okay, then let leading by example will raise it very much. Especially when start young, when the kids are young, even easier. Okay, we don't just take away from them. Okay, you know I've captured picture of parents giving buns to their kids, you see, but I don't criticize them one. But that is a very good educative material for me. You put the wrong food, you plant disease into your family. Seriously. So you are planting disease, okay? And then the other thing is that remember the old people. They have brought us here. They have given us so much. You can be busy, you can be anything, okay? But remember, if their birthday, you remember a birthday cake, but that is not the one. Okay? Send somebody who can train them. Let me tell you exactly this is what happened. If they are trained, the fall injury will cut. If they don't fall, their life will grow. If they are weakened, the muscle weakened, they lose strength, they will fall. If they fall, the fall will be very fatal. Old people fall very fatal. Because when they fall, they fracture, they lose their mobility, there are all other problems, they lose confidence, they will cling on you, and then you got no peace of mind. So please remember, young people out there, send us there, okay? Don't worry, we transfer skill one, you don't have to depend on us for life one. We teach you one set, you have the skill set, you can use it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But we are here for you to consult, to talk with. You know, once you're our friend, you are our friend. You can pick up the phone and talk to us. You can find the right time, we can discuss. We can give you something. You know, one family, they say, my husband, this cannot, that cannot, you know. Then I say, no problem, let me come to your family. Okay, then I go to the family, then I say, we have a tea with them, then they serve me tea, this and that. Then I talk, I bring the family. I bring the husband out, then I talk to him. Then after that I say, oh, don't this, don't that, then make it listen to what he wants. Then I say that, and then he got conflict with the son. Both also cannot see eye to eye one. But after that, I tell them this surgery. End of the day, after that, the next day onward, the wife tell me, now they go all them go exercise already. It's the energy. Trust me.
Yeah.
You cannot handle. Let somebody handle. Sometimes, you know,
always the best.
Yeah. Because it's sometimes we think we offend them. Actually, it's not about offending. You know, I honestly, you know, sometimes I use very harsh word on my client. But at the end of the day, they know this is what there is actually loving care. Because if I don't say the thing, I don't show you some of the drastic story, you may not see, you know, because once you have it, I can't do much already, you know. The doctors also can't do much, you know. Knowing that cannot be reversed also, they want to try to do it, you know. That is very sad. And then people, you know, the kind of culture, you announce sickness for what? You can announce so much of sickness to the community. You announce healthy lifestyle to the community. Why don't you post healthy lifestyle picture? You post a healthy diet. Correct enough. We are not to impress anybody. Okay? We are just there to inspire someone. You don't know. Whatever we converse to this conversation, but take up from there. Somebody will pick it up and then they say, wow, this is truly wellness, truly fitness. Mindset. I cannot give you mindset. Set. Okay, go there, do affirmation, meditate. Cannot.
Yeah, I like to share this also. You know, when it comes to, I think, you know, you Prof and you know, Coach Francis is at the age, golden age, right? 60s, right? So it is when you're taking care of your health, you know, you do not want your children to be worried, right? Because now we're talking about, you know, there's so many, you know, news that come out about like more so even now you want to take care because there won't be any space for you to get a proper treatment because of our current pandemic. Priority are given to younger people because, you know, the doctors are taking a very tough decision because they know that younger people compared to older people has a little bit more time on earth, on to contribute, so rather than giving, let's say if they have to choose to give a oxygen ventilator, for both patients, they would choose the younger one. So this is a sad reality, but aside from keep on blaming, the government or our health ministry or the hospitals for not doing their job, why don't add on more? So it's our responsibility to take care of our health. And I have worked with clients, in their 60s, in the 70s, that the children are thanking their parents. Thank you so much for taking care of your health so that we don't need to worry. We are happy that you are happy, because children have their lives to lead, right? So we can't be there all the time. I mean, not everybody has the privilege. If you're maybe studying, working in Singapore or elsewhere, or now with the pandemic, you can't even do interstate travel. Before this is only once a year you meet during Raya. Now Raya is coming up, right? And you only meet once a year during Chinese New Year and things like that. So it is a very it is what it is. So that's one of the main motivation why we should keep healthy. So it's not that I take care of you and you take care of me. It's that I take care of myself for you and you take care of yourself for me. And that way we can all be responsible. Sometimes we use I understand, like maybe elderly, not feeling well, and then everybody will rush back to the kampong, right? Will go back to the hometown and see why is my grandparents or parents not healthy, whereas when they are healthy, nobody comes to visit. So it has become like a very sad thing, a sad reality. So why not we see each other when we are all healthy together? And then now younger people are also not getting healthy. We have young people that pass away, due to, they succumb to like the virus and things like that because they don't lead a healthy lifestyle. They lead a very stressful lifestyle. And that is one of the issues, right? And when we see on Facebook every day, our friends struggling in the hospital, we see every day, one person is barely hanging there. One person is just recovering from something. Somebody has something, and we can only say, may everything goes well, speedy recovery. But what can we do now as healthy individuals, as we are not in that position? We can be, we have sympathy, but let that be our reflection as well, so that we continue to lead by example. I think what Coach Francis said is really good. It's leading by example. Show up, I think it's so inspiring for young people, old people, elderly people to show up. You're going for your walk, you're eating healthy, you're taking care, you're talking about positive things. Because there's so much of fear mongering, caremongering is happening, but fear mongering is also happening at the same time. So, where if we want to go back to the new norm, we should, encourage people to stay home. But staying home with a healthy mind, you need to continue to move, do your gardening. I think Coach Francis has been doing his gardening. Prof. Muhammad, you have been doing your walks with your wife and your neighbor. So that is very healthy. So keep on encouraging. I see them posting. I see more people. We should encourage more people to do that. And that's how that is how we actually continue to move on. If everybody's talking about how many thousands of cases, the numbers will go down eventually, because once we reach the herd immunity through more percentage of vaccination, and of course, taking care of the SOPs, and we should encourage how do we live after COVID, right? How do we keep on our immune system strong so that we are always prepared?
Yep, exactly.
So.
I think COVID just teaches one thing. We have been actually not doing the right thing the right way. One of it is how to be hygienic, how to be, the cleanliness part of it. The other thing is how actually all this while we have not developed our immune system very well. I remember during my time, when I think Francis' time, we hardly go to clinic for anything, any problem. It's so seldom that we have to be treated for any condition, because all of us are very tough, exposed very well. So our immune system are really robust. Unfortunately, for the younger generation, it seems that the immune system are so weak. That's why they succumb to a lot of these so-called new viruses. And we still are okay in that sense, even though we have what we call all the risk factor, but it indicates that our immune system is still very functioning very well. That's why we are able to actually withstand all those stress and strain of these so-called infections that is going on every day. So I think the lifestyle has been changed so much now.
Yeah, you really see, see while we are, yep. So I think that summarizes it very well. In the sense where, what can we do, to just continue to improve, and we cannot do anything about it, but we can focus on what we can do now is to have from last week's topic we have mindful eating, this week mindful physical fitness, and we always have this session about how to manage our anger, how to manage our stress levels, and how to be mindful. We talk about mindful breathing. So do take care, everybody. I think that this is one good, all the angles that we have covered. So I hope that everybody stay healthy, stay fit, stay mindful. Yeah, that's very important. And soon this shall pass. And we hope everybody have a good weekend. So thank you so much again, Coach Francis.
Thank you.
Prof.
Thank you,
Muhammad.
everybody.
Thank you.
And we have Noreen and Mary. Yeah, thank you so much. So on Facebook, do give us a share. We will upload this on YouTube for our future reference. All right. So
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Good night. Take care. Thank you, Francis. Very
Thank you.
informative.
Thank you.
All right.